What is so funny?
You'll see.
Oh boy, I'm a little worried.
I have a surprise in store for you.
Please don't do anything crazy.
I'm not.
You're not?
No. There's nothing really crazy.
Okay. What is going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo and... No. Scooch over. What is going on, guys and girls? I am GhostRobo.
And I'm Noah.
And we are here to talk to you all about Iron Man 3. We saw the movie, finally, a little bit late, a week late.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, absolutely. And I think that we both can agree that we really, really enjoyed it.
I did.
Well, good for you. Together, we've seen pretty much every superhero movie released the last couple of years, from Thor to Captain America, and I think that this one was pretty great. I think it rivaled the best superhero movie of the last couple of years. Like,
yeah, I'd say it's definitely better than Captain America 1, Thor 1. I really enjoyed it.
I did as well. I thought it was up there with X-Men First Class and The Avengers as the best superhero movie of the last couple of years. It had a really good mix of action with some comedy moments as well. I know it was kind of ridiculed for being more of a comedy than pure action, but I thought that they melded the two together pretty nicely. Robert Downey Jr. did a great job as always, and there was plenty of like fanfare for Iron Man fans. Something I really liked was that they took into account the Avengers, and like it clearly took place after the events of that movie, and they made references back to it, which I thought was pretty cool.
They did?
They did.
When?
Throughout the movie.
I don't remember.
Oh. Well, it was one of my favorite parts, and we're not going to spoil anything, so going into the twist that some people liked, some people didn't. I don't know. Did you think that the twist, the overall like narrative arc was good?
I'd say it's pretty good. I thought they could have maybe came up with something a little bit better.
For the twist?
But yeah, I thought it was kind of a lame one.
Really? Me personally, I enjoyed it. I thought it was, you know...
I thought, yeah, it was definitely a good surprise. I mean, I liked it. I liked the whole movie in general. But... Well,
that's good. It was a different kind of a twist than maybe most people would have expected. It didn't seem to follow like the, oh my god, there's a bigger bad guy type thing. I mean, it kind of did, but not in the normal, typical way. The end battle...
different.
The end battle left a little bit to be desired, but there definitely was plenty of Iron Man-ness towards the end. And I think it's safe to say that there are a ton of different suits. That's been shown in all the trailers, and seeing like 20 Iron Men fight at once was like
that was pretty
the highlight of the series. Don't you think?
Yeah. What? Okay, first we're going to do is we're going to tell our favorite suits and we're going to explain them. Because that's not spoiling anything.
Okay. My favorite suit is a tie between the Hulkbuster one, which is the gigantic Iron Man, and the Iron Man with the like gigantic spears for hands.
Which one was that one?
The one with gigantic spears for hands.
Oh, that was one of my favorites too. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. And this had like, it was like yellow and it was like giant one, but it just had giant like spear things. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. And the other favorite one, I had two favorite ones. And then the other favorite one was the Hulkbuster one that just like ran through like training cars and stuff.
The exact same too. What do you know?
Well, they're like the other ones weren't different at all. They were just like, one had a spike on its shoulder, another one had different color paint, another one had like 2 spikes on its shoulder. The ones that we liked
were the most varied, had the most differences. I thought that the enemies that they battled with in the movie were a little bit odd. I mean, it definitely is, again, like I said, a post-Avengers type thing, so I guess it gives them a little more creative freedom with that. And I don't know where the series goes after this. I don't know if they have planned an Iron Man 4 or not, but it's safe to say it would be... maybe they're only doing 3. Maybe there's 3 movies per person. And I know that Robert Downey Jr. is demanding a lot of money for Avengers 2, so maybe he is going to be replaced regardless. Is there anything you didn't really like about the movie, or anything that you were like, or were you pleasantly happy, chomping on your popcorn the whole way through?
Well, first of all, I think it's over. I think 3 is...
You think 3 is enough?
I think 3 is plenty. The thing I didn't like...
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, because when you try to like when you try to pick out the holes and find the holes and try and fill them in, you know, then it gets like, oh, it gets all technical and weird.
Just too technical.
Just too technical, and then you're like, well, how does this happen? Because this really couldn't happen. Every single movie that you see today, there's gonna be at least one thing that it's not realistic in real life.
Wise
Unless
words.
it's like a very true, accurate
Then
story.
again, though, Iron Man is probably the most, like, potentially believable, and that's, I think, what I like about it as well. It's the most grounded of the movies. Like, Thor is this psycho thunder god from the skies of above. Captain America is this man that somehow defeats entire armies with a shield. X-Men are, like, deformed mutants. Iron Man is a dude that builds suits. And yeah, I guess some aspects of it are a little bit far-fetched, and of course, you know, there's plenty of things that are like, hey, that should happen, or hey, that should happen. But taken for what it is, it's the most realistic, I think, of what Marvel has to offer. Would you agree?
For Marvel, yes.
Yes.
For DC, if you put the two together, then no, he's not. He's the second most realistic.
You're talking about Batman. I think that
yes,
Batman is pretty realistic, but those movies also are very, like, there are so many things that happen that shouldn't happen or
like
can't go. I mean, if you look at The Dark Knight Rises in particular, there are plenty of instances where it's like, how did that happen, or how exactly did that work? I mean, I understand his power set is believable.
3?
Yeah, and even with the Joker, there's a lot where
his power sets. Yes.
Yeah, but the main scene in Dark Knight Rises that bugs me is when he's surrounded by all these cops and no one does anything to stop him. They just sit there and let him take off on his motorcycle, and they easily could have shot him in the face.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He either couldn't do it or he was too surprised by his appearance.
Like, oh my god, he's so adorable. Last fun fact is Noah is very obsessive about his popcorn, so if we share popcorn, he has limits. So, like, you're only allowed to eat a certain amount during the previews, only allowed to eat certain amounts during first half of the movie, and if you eat too much of it, then its bucket goes away. And I'm like, the popcorn,
yeah,
no,
so
no.
he starts eating during the previews. I was like, we need to save something for the actual movie. So I take it and I put it.
Why does it matter, though? It's popcorn. You're going to either eat it all. I mean, you can always get refills.
But why would you go down?
That's like I never understood. I have never left a movie mid-movie to go get anything. And, like, at all these major movies, there's tons of people that do that, and they miss, like, significant chunks. I don't know. Maybe they're not as focused as I am or something. But I also really liked, as a final wrap-up point, how they sort of humanized Iron Man by giving him, like, anxiety attacks and a lot of things that made him seem...
reminded me a lot of him.
Oh, yeah, as someone who has dealt with bad anxiety in the past, it was very true to reality. So that was kind of an interesting thing as well. But overall, what do you give the movie out of 10?
You start.
I give it a solid 8 out of 10. You know, it's probably not like revolutionary or like your favorite movie of all time, but I thought it was definitely a super good action movie and one that is probably worth buying on Blu-ray when it eventually comes out.
What'd you give it?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, you know, I thought the twist was decent. The content of the movie was very good. The suits were really cool.
Suits were very, very cool.
Yes. So I would give it a 8 out of 10.
No, matched up. That's pretty good. I think it was my favorite movie of the year so far, and I think what kind of elevates it above the other superhero fare, at least recently, is that they kept it pretty intimate, they kept it pretty personal. Regarding Iron Man's story, Tony Stark's story, as well as, like, the conflict, it was a pretty, like, small, it's supposed to be like, he's fighting entire armies and blowing up villages. Yeah. Like, it was a pretty local affair throughout the movie when he was dealing with a couple of guys or dealing with a small space, and I thought that worked really well and seemed more believable and allowed you to get into it more as opposed to being like, oh my god, this is just mass chaos, army, murder simulator. Video game. It gets
too chaotic to follow, like, everything that's happening. There's tons of explosions and they're flying.
It begins to feel very generic.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at the very end when there was there was 20 guys.
I can safely give it 2 thumbs up from Mr. GhostRobo. What do you? Can you assure these fine folks that they can go see it and be happy? 2 thumbs down. Inverted thumbs up. Oh, he's spinning around. 4 thumbs up. It's really good. Go see it for yourself if you haven't already. If you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't seen it, what is your favorite superhero movie? If you enjoyed the review and want more movie reviews, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below. Mr. Noah, thank you for joining me today.
Yes.
Till next time, guys and girls, have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. We will see you all later. What is going on, guys and girls? This is GhostRobo, and... Okay, no, seriously, that's your last try. Next time I'm going to reach my hand in your mouth and pull out your tonsils.
We're putting these in bloopers.
Okay, ready?
Beep.
So without spoiling anything, I thought that the narrative arc took a really cool turn midway through. The final battle itself wasn't necessarily the most amazing. Okay, Noah. What is going on, guys and girls? I am GhostRobo.
Wait, what? You're GhostRobo.
I am GhostRobo.
And I'm the ghost bot.
just be
Okay,
Noah.
alright, peace.